In a small town in the American Midwest, Mrs. Margaret lived alone in an old wooden house near the edge of the forest. For more than 20 years, she had nurtured and cared for her grandson, named Luke after his parents died in a car accident. Luke was her whole world, the reason she woke up every morning and smiled. Luke grew up to become a gentle, hardworking young man who dreamed of becoming a software engineer in California. One autumn afternoon, when the pale sunlight covered the porch, Luke stepped outside after dinner and said, "Grandma, I got accepted into a company in San Francisco. I will leave next week." Margaret froze, the hand washing dishes suddenly trembling. "I will call often, and if you need anything, I will come back immediately," Luke said, realizing her eyes dimmed with sadness. Mrs. Margaret forced a tearful smile. "You are old enough to fly away now. I know you have to pursue your dreams." That night, after Luke had gone upstairs, Margaret quietly sat on the familiar rocking chair. The wind blew through the window frame, and loneliness swept in like a storm. She bent down to pick up a small piece of paper on the table. It was an old bus ticket that Luke had used on his first trip to college. On the back of the ticket was a scribbled note. "You are the reason I dare to dream. I leave because I know my heart always has a place to return to." Mrs. Margaret smiled through her tears. She knew that sometimes love is not about holding on, but about letting go at the right moment. And in her heart, the bond between grandmother and grandson would never be broken. Because one of the hardest things in life is to accept the departure of the ones you love and believe that they will walk confidently on their own path. The story delivers a profound lesson about unconditional love and forgiveness. Sometimes, loving someone is not about keeping them by your side forever, but about accepting to let them go and live their own life. Letting go does not mean separation, but trusting in the invisible bond, a strong affection that will always exist no matter how far the distance is. The growth of the one you love is the proof of your love and silent sacrifice.